Morning, 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 joy bells and whistles. God bless you this morning on this marvelous Monday. And quite contrary to most people, Monday matters. Little do we know it does matter. You know, most people don't even like Mondays. They can't stand for Monday to come because most folks have to get up and go to work. So therefore, Monday is not one of their favorite days of the week. But I'm just stopped by to tell you that Monday matters. So God bless you today. And I hope you guys had an awesome weekend, that you had a time to let some of those things that we discussed and some of those situations and circumstances that the Lord blessed us with last week to resonate over yourself, your life, your body, your friends, your family. Over the weekend, sometimes we just have to let stuff marinate. You know, we hear stuff in these little 5 or 10 minutes, but sometimes we need to let some of this stuff marinate. I don't know about y'all, but I enjoy what God uses me to say. Like I say so often, it's not me, it's the Spirit of the Lord in me that I'm using that. With that being said, that's why we're here today. We're here today to share a little bit about the wounds that are not all visible. And with that being said, I just want to share a little bit about offenses and the fact how they resonate. I think I want to spend this week just talking a little bit about offenses and the mindset that the offenses come in. Now, let me share with you guys. Y'all know none of you guys, I have a bachelor's degree in biblical studies. I do not have any clinical studies. I am not a doctor. I am just a vessel. I am here, and I've allowed the God use me and encourage me, and hopefully something that I say that can help you guys along the way so that you guys can experience joy. Because see, when we're dealing with wounds and things that are not visible, it's going to stop you from getting your joy. Why? Because now we're wearing a mask. Now we're hiding behind the wound that is not visible, that is keeping us from our joy, but is also causing us to have offenses. And that's where it comes from. Because see, there's a lot of offense that's going forth in the world. A lot of it has to do with so many things, has to do with some of everything. But because offenses has been swept under the rug, we've allowed offenses to take place inside of us to where it has become a wound that is not visible. So therefore, when we do latch out, or when we do strike out, or when we do stand on our 10 toes flat down, people can't understand it, and then they get too offended because they've had enough. We need to be mindful of the offenses that we're giving, because not all wounds are visible. And sometimes we're sending out wounds. We're affecting and hurting people without even having knowledge of it. But if you're a receiver of a wound or offense, it's time for us to speak up, stand up, and step up. You need to step up, stand up, and speak up and out about the things, about the wounds that are affecting us. Because these are the things that is causing us to not get the joy when we live with these wounds. Oh, this t-shirt that I have on today talks about what I'm experiencing not all wounds are visible. Returning to my situation. But I'm not talking about me right now. I'm talking about us and the offenses that we allow to resonate inside of us, to where we can't even receive joy, happiness, love, and nothing, because we so mad about something that somebody else did way over there, to where now we offending somebody else that's up close and personal. We need to be mindful of the people in our circles. If somebody has offended you and hurt you and they're not up close and personal, then we need to quit hurting and beating up on the people that are up close and personal with us. Be mindful, pay attention to your circle, learn people. We need to learn the people that we spend all our time with. We need to really seek them out. People are being offended with people that they've been friends with for a long time, a short period of time. But when you start investing any amount of your time and energy, you have to understand that offenses will come. They will come. But it's how you deal with them. You can't let wounds resonate. Not all wounds are visible. And so many of us is walking around here wounded, hurt, and hurting other people behind an offense that they got that they allowed to wound them. Stop it. Monday matters, y'all. And we're going to make it happen today. Because we're going to stop walking around in this spirit of offense. When I was up in Sacramento this weekend and I spent some time with my children, and I had an opportunity to spend some time with my baby girl. Shout out to my baby girl, Dominique Princess Alexi is my baby Smith. And we were talking about this. We were talking about just the mental issues and just various things that we're noticing, because people are hurting, people can't cope, people are not able to deal with situations and circumstances, but it's because you are allowing yourself to be involved in what's happening. Step yourself up out of it for a second and allow the reality of what life is really all about to resonate inside of you. Give yourself an opportunity to regroup so that you can go back and move forward and not operate in your offense, because people will offend you, because people make choices. Some of them do it deliberately and some of them don't do it on purpose, but offense will come. But it's about how you choose to deal with it. And a lot of it has to do with, yes, mental issues. We talk about that. But is they got mental issues, or they just wounded and need to know how to grasp being wounded? And a lot of times when we offend people and we know we need to go back and correct it, because a lot of that offense resonates inside of the person that was offended, and it messes them up down the line. It messes them up. I know without a shadow of a doubt, a lot of the mental issues that we are seeing has come from the offense that has taken place on most people as children. These kids were offended, they was violated, they was mistreated, and so because they never knew how, it just was a continuing pattern to where now they wasn't able to deal with it. They didn't get the help that they needed to help them understand the situation and circumstances that they was in, and now they got mental issues because they were wounded and didn't know how to deal with it, didn't know how to grasp it. So then they became wounded. So now, because nobody paid attention. We need to pay attention. We need to start paying attention and be a little bit more focused on the people that's around us. We need to be a little bit more loving and stop being so offensive. There's nothing wrong with correcting people, but there's a difference in correcting someone as opposed to offending them. Sometimes we just deliberately go out and offend a person, and we know exactly what we're doing because we're mad, we're angry, we're frustrated. Stop being mad, angry, and frustrated if it ain't your business. And a lot of us is mad, angry, and frustrated at stuff that ain't even our business. Mind your business. This is Mind Your Business Monday. Mind your business. Just mind your business. That's all. And I guarantee you that if you just stay focused on what it is that you need to be doing, you ain't got to worry about having no wounds. And not no personal wounds. Now, if you got some physical disabilities and you're wounded because you have a medical condition, fine. But I'm talking about the wounds. This here part is about the wounds that we walk around here from the offense that we get, that we put on one to another. We're all human. Whatever you do to somebody, it can happen to you. Doing to others as you would have them doing to you. What do that mean? What do that really mean? I promise you, I try not to do nothing to hurt nobody because I don't like to be hurt. I've been sick all my life since the age of 5, honey. I don't like pain, so I don't want to cause none on you no kind of way. And if it is, it's not intentionally. But one thing about correction, people take it personally and they get offended. So it all depends on how you receive what you consider offense. Because sometimes correction can sound like you've been offensive, but you're not. And sometimes truth hurts. A lot of times it does. Nobody wants it. Everybody's so quick to want to be offended behind the truth. The offense that you're dealing with is called truth. It's called truth. Nobody likes it, but it's here to help us. Like when nobody like going to the dentist, that I'm on my way to right now. But it's a reason why we gotta go. Nobody likes going anywhere to get better. Sometimes people just want to stay in pain. It's time to be away with pain. Be pain-free. Do away with the wounds. Do away with the fences. Do away with the things that is causing you not to experience joy. We talking about joy in the morning over here. This is what this is about. We talking about trying to have it. I'm here just trying to get you to experience it and try to help you find a way to not let offense, wounds, all this other stuff that's keeping us off the game. We are in the game of life. We can't beat the clock because we don't know what time the clock go in. But we're going to enjoy the time on the clock. Oh, I see that some of y'all probably woke up this morning with the breath of life as well as the kiss of life. So that's the reason for you to jump up with joy. But I know my joy bells and whistles ain't jumping up with offense still from yesterday or last week. And I know people right now that are mad at folks that have been dead 20 years. Still offended behind what they did before they left. We need to do away with that. Wounded. They still wounded behind something. They mad because they didn't get to say what they wanted to say to them. They mad because they didn't get to, solidify the situation before that happened. Get past that, my joy bells and whistles. I want you guys to enjoy life. I want you to enjoy it abundantly. I want you guys to have everything that God has for you. What I do want you guys to do is to make sure that you are not walking around with some invisible wounds. I need you to pull them out. Get them out. Any offenses you got going on, Monday Matters, do away with that stuff today. And don't go this week all messed up behind being offended behind something that might have happened yesterday, last week, last month. Do away with it. Because not all wounds are visible, but you're dealing with some stuff. If you got some underlying offense going on, you got some hatred going on, I'm just coming to let you know that it ain't going to help you or benefit you. Your engine will never run like you want it to do with any of that mess and junk that's embedded inside of you. This is your girl, Jess Lee, and I hope something that I said this morning has resonated inside of you, that you'll look inside of you and see if there's any offenses that you have that's going on inside of you. And if you do, think about it. Do away with them. It ain't helping you none. I love you, and I'll meet you guys back here on Win Win Wednesday. God bless you.